raise a baby, raise a boy to be a man. You know, it takes a strong individual to be a man. And not saying that, you know, all right, you probably was knocking niggas out back in the day, coming up, or you was getting that money, or you was rocking the flyest shit when you... No, it's called education. It's called knowledge. Know thyself. Your existence, why you're a threat, so you can show and teach your offspring how to be better, how to do better, how to be better than you, how to survive out here. Because out here is the jungle. We may not be in Africa, but out here on these streets is the jungle for real. Because you can leave out your door and not make it back in just because of your color. So with that being said, just don't bring anybody around your children. Make sure you screen them out, check them out. Just don't be ready to lay, you know, down with them just because they look good or smell good. Because it's a lot going on with that, you know. It can damage a lot more though than improve.
Yeah, you know, because you know the cases of the chicks bring the dude home and he raping the kids. You know what I mean?
Girls, the boys.
Yeah.
You know, be jealous of the kids. Because, you know, maybe
turn around and get your blessings. But, yeah.
Turn around and get your blessings. You know? Come on, that ain't no blessing. Come on. Okay, so pretty much he was trying to say, I'm not even going to put that in here. So, you're right. You know, bring home like again, you bring home these men thinking they the one, and they actually turning around wanting your children, okay, wanting what they have, okay, because they didn't get what you're giving your children, so now they're jealous. You know, now they want to break your heart through your children, either killing them, raping them, mentally abusing them, physically abusing them. You know, so you really got to be strong. You know, just because someone, you know, sounds, look, all that doesn't mean you necessarily have to be with that person. Doesn't mean that. You can't lay down with everybody. You just can't. You know, you can say, damn, you know, you can give a compliment, but keep it moving. Because everybody meant to be together. Everybody is not meant to be together.
True. Now, listen, I want to get into this, you know, since we on the hood shit, you know what I'm saying? What's good in the hood? And by the way, I want to shout out to Queen 215, my co-host. She isn't here today. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout her out. To her and her queenies. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. What happened to the, you know, the elderlies of the hood? Remember the old heads? You know what I'm saying? The elderlies, a.k.a. the old heads, will have a grip on the hood. You know what I'm saying? I remember being a young buck, right? And this probably might be silly to y'all, but it was like real shit. I go to the court, right, with my homies. We gonna play basketball, right? Listen, once the old heads came to court, they told us to get the fuck off the court. And if you didn't listen, they gonna sucker punch you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It was like, yo, we would be mad, but at the same time, they the old heads. We had to get off that court because all in all, guess what? Old head Tony, he gonna fuck you up and take you to your pop or your mom. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let you know what you did was disrespectful. Check you from the door. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I totally agree. I remember coming home, if I got in trouble in school, okay, I'm still trying to figure out to this day how they found out on my block before I even got in the house. How was your day in school? I heard you didn't have a good day in school. I'm talking about all the way up the block. They talking to you, they questioning you, asking you, you know, very current in your life because it takes a village to raise a child. You know, just not one person. Because your parents don't always have eyes where you're at. So that's why that term of it takes a village to raise a child, is because if you have people that know you and know what you're supposed to be doing and not supposed to be doing, they can check you. They can keep you in place. They can keep you on a straight and narrow. And that was a great thing back in the day. In today's time, what happened with those people back then is something called they've died off. Drugs, alcohol, these new parents in today's time telling the elders that, was laying around, mind your effing business. That's my child. You don't tell them what to do, even if they're wrong. That's what happened. So now they're afraid, they're up in age. And you got some disrespectful parents that would actually put their hands on these elders, which was totally, totally not allowed back in the day. So they're afraid. They feel as though they have no voice anymore. They can't say anything because they get their ass whooped, not only by the parent but the child, because the parents will allow their children to put their hands on an elder person. I've seen it, and I clutch my pearls. I hold my chest because I feel as though I'm about to have a damn heart attack. I can't believe it. I remember not being able to say a curse word around an elder. I couldn't be around my mom and her friends. My grandma and their friends, we would have our own little room. We all the cousins on that we meet up in our own little room. We was not allowed to be around adults when they were having their fun and entertaining each other. It was called respect. Stay in a child's place. In today's time, they don't know about that shit. It's something called morals. And they have none of it.
Yeah, you exactly right about that. When the parents had company, you had to bounce. You know what I'm saying? You had to bounce. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to Invisible Rome or somebody. You know what I'm saying? You could, your cousins is over, whatever. You had to go play with them. You couldn't be around them. But now you see motherfuckers. They have a party, they have an adult party, and it's a kid party too. Motherfucking the chicks is twerking, and the 2-year-old baby twerking in the pamper. Pamper halfway off, sagging and shit, because they never changed the baby. The fucking urine and shit is all in the pamper, giving the baby a damn yeast infection and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rash, all but listen. You're right. The old heads did die off. You know what I'm saying? And they did a good job with that crack shit. They did. You know what I'm saying? That they did the good job with the crack.
And the guns. I forgot to mention the guns because like Jamil was saying, how back in the day on the court, we run, the old heads say, look, y'all got to bounce. Y'all bounce. You go on the court today. These young bulls pulling their heat out and they gonna shoot your ass. Why? Because they fucking punks, because they can't fight. Yeah. They can't fight. And once again, it goes back to the man, the father not installing and inspiring and teaching wisdom and progress and producing a young man to where he should be. I mean, I eventually thought that the whole pants sagging shit was going to just fade away.
I did too.
I mean, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I mean, I'm driving down the street the other day, dude, pants was under his ass cheeks with a belt on. And it was tight. I didn't know if he had on tights, leggings, or I didn't know.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I be heated about that shit, because you know what? I see that, and I think they shouldn't even be allowed in establishments for that. I be at work, I be seeing them, and they come through the door like, yo, hold up. Like, they shouldn't even be allowed in there, because when that man come through and I'm talking about a man, not a fucking teenager. Man come in there, pants hanging all the way down. You got kids in there that seeing that shit, yo. Little girls like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like, man, I hate that shit, yo. Pants. I thought that shit was gonna die out too, though. Cause I remember coming up, the 90s, and that shit was crazy, yo. But
you was teased back in the day, though.
Yeah, but
pull your pants up, yo.
But if you remember, it wasn't. They was sag, but
like,
come on, yo. These Jones, yeah.
Your cheeks is hanging out, man. Your butt cheek is hanging out of your pants. Why would you even have them on? Just come outside with no fucking pants on. I don't understand it. Just come outside with a belt on, just in your boots.
Yo, and then not only that, though, man, they wear a belt. They have a Gucci belt on. in the fucking pants is, and this the one that get me. Got the belt on, right? Pants sagging up under their ass and tighten. They tighten the belt.
So you can see the Gucci sign on the belt.
No, they tighten the belt where it's sagging at, where it's under their ass. That's where it's tight at. So you don't wear your pants up and then your belt is tight. You tighten it. You tighten the belt extra so it can cup under your ass. And that's homo shit. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you know the saying how, you know, when you going to prison and that was pretty much you calling out saying you wanted a man to enter your ass. That's how you wear your pants. Well, not your pants, but you know, the clothing that they give you when you in jail. That's how you would signify saying, yeah, I want you to enter my ass. That's a calling, you know. But I ain't gonna talk about that. That's each his own on that. But I'm just gonna go back and reiterate on women choosing their mate to have a child. Even if you already have a child and you not with the kid's father and you want to date again, just do a thorough investigation on these men. Because there's some sick motherfuckers out here. And I'm going to tell you like this. 10 minutes into a conversation with a man and certain key words I look for, I'm turned off. I'm done. I don't give a fuck if you look like Denzel Washington. You know, you smell like Vinci. I don't care about that.
Smell like who?
It's a cologne, eventually cologne, some type of cologne, you know, shit like that, you know, smelling good, like smelling good, looking good. That shit don't matter if you not mentally right. Because I have 3 children that you need to come around, and I'm strong, so you know damn well they gonna be strong, and they not gonna put up with anything. So it starts at home. You know, I have 2 sons, and they don't play that shit with the pants hanging off their ass. They got belts. They don't like their pants hanging off their ass. Matter of fact, they be doing the Hispanio, pulling it all the way up to their chest. I'm like, Tom, you know, pull your pants down. He's like, oh, no, pull your pants up, baby. You ain't gotta be like that. But I respect the fact that they don't like their pants hanging off their butt, and it starts from home. You don't allow your kids to leave out that door like that, and you threaten them and say, if I ever run up on you and see you like that, and I have eyes out there watching them, make sure you're not like that. They won't be like that. Yeah. They won't be like that. And I get a lot of respect because when I have parent meetings and beat up at the daycare or wherever my children are at, and the teachers or the caregivers tell me how my children are acting, I listen to them. I don't go against them. I don't go against the grain because their eyes are my eyes. So if they're telling me something's going on, I'm not going against them. There's always room for improvement. So when they're telling me my kids are doing something, I say, you know what? I'm going to take care of that. I don't go against them. That's why kids are messed up today because a lot of parents think that their kids don't do no wrong. Yep. And once again, that's why the ancestors pretty much that were around and was strong, either died off, drugs, alcohol, or they're afraid to speak up and say anything because their parents are so gangster like, well, you can't say nothing. You can't do nothing. Shit, I remember you can get slapped by your neighbor or just a friend of the family, or they'll pop you, and then you get home and still get your ass beat. So that's what happened. Fear.
Yeah, that's crazy, but they got us just where they want us.
Definitely.
There's a lot of layers that need to be cleansed before we can even consider change. You know what I'm saying? But today was a good episode. I want to just shout out everybody that continues to listen and support the podcast. It's still fresh and new. You know what I mean? Just continue to listen and support. That's all I ask. That's all I can ask for. I ain't ask for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking for support. Just, you know, listen. Continue to listen. You know what I'm saying? We on Instagram and Twitter is Hood Geniuses Pod. Hood Geniuses Pod. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram and Twitter. Not on Facebook yet. You got anything else to say, T Boogie? Or you know what I'm saying? Or you done?
I just want to say peace and blessings to all my kings and queens out there, and just continue to, well, try to, if you're not already, and if you can, you know, just teach our youth. You know, we gotta bring our youth in, and we gotta we got to embrace them because